this. Come on. Up here. Up here. Come here. Good boy. Alright. Be that way. Hey y'all, this is Ishnai Ciarfox and welcome to my stream. Turn this up. We have some bits and pieces to do. Okay, more than bits and pieces. I have leveled up a lot of things. And I think that I'll get 60 after. I do a few of these quests so that I'll do all the way up to 60 on this guy. Girl. Them. Ishnai, I've received a letter from the 269 Order of Mendi Kent Daza. The Mughals' reach extends further than I realized, but Daza would contact us, suggest that something is very much amiss. I wait at Bronze Lake. It said no more than that, though perhaps somewhat cryptic. The letter's brevity suggests a sense of urgency. Please hurry to Bronze Lake and investigate the situation. I shall inform Zai Nilha of this development, though I doubt the fool can render much assistance, given the my word that we would cooperate. Ba 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 ba. We're about to put the Moonkeeper into his place. Which reminds me, I'm switching the visor to there. Oh, we hiding. Cool. Ishnai, I'm glad to see you. Pleased, happy, glad. Cha told me what happened. This is grim news. Yes, yes, grim news indeed. Sorry, I'm rearranging stuff on desk. Man Cha approached me too. Spoke of defiant. Said he wanted my knowledge, wisdom, insight, knowledge. I told him I needed time to think, consider, ponder, think. I told him to return later. When he returns, we shall ambush him. Yes, yes, sound planned, I think. I told him to meet me northeast of Bronze Lake. I shall approach as normal as bait. Ishnai, you lie in wait, ambush, hide, waiting. Ba 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 ba. Light over here. Sorry. Sorry again. You know what? Eat food. This is gonna be a instance where I can't have my Shaka-Ball! My Boko. Nice outfit. Are you leader of the Defiant? My name is Waldev. And you, descendant from the First Order Patriarch Dagu, yes? Oh, good. This was a part of the other quest. Hold your gut. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. Yeah, the Gladiator quest. Daga was my ancestor, Potager, fur-bearer, ancestor. You know of him? I had the opportunity of perusing a fascinating tome led by left by short stuff. In Dagu has mentioned as a confidant who assisted the master in his study of the dark arts. It also states that short stuff intended to entrust the secrets of his research to the same confidant. I fully expect you to tell me of all those secrets. Then you're wrong, mistaken, incorrect. Wrong, I shall reveal nothing to the likes of you. Humph, I am a busy man, Zada. If you refuse to cooperate, I simply don't have time for you. Wait, where are you going? You might have made a powerful ally, but as an enemy, you cannot suffer to live. Find everything he knows, then kill him. Yes. Since this is a crossover, I wonder if they'll recognize that I'm a crossover, or it will just ignore that fact. Also, misusing the color purple to be bad guys, how dare ye! Thank you, Ishnai. Those Defiant didn't stand a chance. No chance at all. But Weldiv got away. Fled, escaped, got away. Ishnai, Lalai, relate to me what happened. These men, were they Defiant mages? You fool! You killed every last one of them! How do you intend for us to question them now? I knew this would happen. You black mage are quick to wield your destructive powers, but rarely do you consider the consequences. We must return to Lalai. Do not forget that think that I'll forget about what you've done here. Were you not in full control of your powers? Did your magics run wild, amok, untamed wild? Whatever the case, I know that you saved me, rescued, protected, saved. Thank you, Ishnai. I owe you my life. You should hurry back to Udal. Much as you protected me from the Defiant, I suspect La Lai may benefit from protection from that Mikote. Yes, hurry to Udal. Say, thing is, as Keeper of the Moon, he's supposed to show respect to the females. Hurry back to Uda, Ishnai. Stop Lalai and the Mikote from fighting, quarreling, bickering, fighting. Because it's a matriarchal society. The right wing forward. Ishnai, Zaha. I'm trying to figure out a funny name for him, and it's not coming along. I said I was gonna come up with one. Kitten has been standing there silently fuming for quite some time now. What transpired? You know what? Flower works, actually, now that I think about it. Is it indeed Waliv that stole the Book of Thal, and he's been studying magics inscribed within. But did truly not a single deviant survive? I somehow doubt you're fully responsible for. I care not for your doubts. I explicitly told you not to interfere in my investigation. If nothing else, this shows the bloody outcome of a battle between opposing black mages. Fighting destructive power with more destructive power. It's such thinking that led to the War of the Magi. I'm sure you needn't remind you of the outcome of that war. I strongly recommend you give some thought to how terrible a force you toy with. Oh yeah, they don't even mention the fact that I'm a white mage too, so I guess it's gonna continue that way. The War of the Magi, I suppose I cannot blame him for seeing the parallels. A war between forces commanding unmatchable destructive power. But black magic is not purely to blame. It was a violent confluence of black and white magic that ultimately led to disaster. It brought about the sixth umbral calamity. It's only natural that the risk of a reoccurrence of those terrible events would instill great fear. I know you will never be so reckless to allow something like that to happen. The problem lies not with black magic, but with the Defiant. I'm disinclined to pay heed to... You know, flower doesn't work. Daisy. When they run an encounter of those Zada who witnessed the battle firsthand. I find it hard to believe that you would lose control of your powers. There must be some other explanation for the death of those mages. It also seems that Walviv is gathering some of the following. To better oppose this growing menace, I shall teach you a new spell I recently deciphered from the Book of Null. Remember, Ishnai, black magic is not a thing to be feared. As a true black mage, you have the power to control it. I believe in you! You shouldn't. Bring out your dead! Thunk. Did I remember to get... No, I did not. Maybe we'll be right back to grab that. $60 is Shire, so that's it'll Shire. Let's see. Extract materia. One second. Is there a summon thing here? Yep. Okay. So I can get rid of all the mage stuff after I extract the material. Yeah, I forgot to pull the... whatever. Whenever I go back to Blue Mage, I will rebuy these. I just need space. Probably should, you know, empty the... House of Splendors. Well, damn. Alright. Now we head back to Land. Let me run back over here to turn that quest in. Goddamn those cunning build and dance, goddamn those proxy rubbers, and goddamn... There you are. Where's my sister? Where is she? She's right there! Where's Nico? You better have good news or I'll let my brother do this. My dear brothers! I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry, but as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Nadeko! We've been so worried about you. Aye, we feared the worst. It's good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After you parted ways, I sent for a search party, and we were able to rescue the survivors. Nadeko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expedition. Those Bahadans were real bastards about booby traps. It's not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her. Brothers, forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You're right, the temple was dangerous. But I can make it safe. All you need to do is believe. We must look at the causes, the twin causes of today's incidents. The people's belief that within lie magical relics, and that ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps every tavern. But we'll let it be known that it's no ordinary danger that awaits. And the Order of Nathal has agreed to vehemently deny the temple's relics are cursed. The tales of looters found horribly dead afterwards are baseless. That should give credence to the opposite and end the looting, for a while at least. Nineko, you're brilliant! I may be the strongest one, but you've got the goods upstairs. Right you are about our sister puny brother, and I'm not going to stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the gristle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again, and that's what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders to spoil the place. The ruins are not a mine, to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, then let them join the Miners Guild and toil for them. I have a lot of the summoner thing I have to do because I haven't touched the motherfucking thing. And maybe that like level up my scholar a lot. I still have some scholar ones to do as well, so. Lala has received another letter. Yay! From Daisy. Or not from it. Ishnai, I've received another letter. Danjir, please help me hide at Alder Springs. Tell Ishnai Dozel. That's all it says. The handwriting's very legible. I doubtless it goes without saying that Dolz Melok is in need of our help. I shall have to tell Daisy about this. Do not dwell on his previous outburst. I know you have full control of your powers. Use this opportunity to show the man the true cunning and finesse a black mage can bring to the fight. Enough talk. Hurry to Adder Springs and save Dolz Melok. Can I do that yet? Marching band. Thank you, Ishnai. Saved Dozel's life. You have. Kazakh-chan tried to warn Dozel. Dozel panicked, tried to flee, but got caught. Dozel did. Squawk! Somehow knew Dozel was exiled from the tribe. These mages did. So in the forest, they chased Dozel. Squawk! Finally, they surrounded Dozel. Offered friendship at first, but rejected. Dozel did. They said if Dozel is not friend, then Dozel enemy. But save Dozel you did. Many thanks. Gods, I was too late again? You already cut your swath of reckless destruction. What did you plan to achieve? How many more lives must you end before you realize how fruitless this is? Wait, those these wounds, they're unlike anything I've ever seen before. It looks like they were incinerated from the inside. Ishnai, this was perhaps not your doing after all. Thank you, bitch! Actually, you know what? Bitch is a better term. Bitch. Of what does the man speak? Pursued by Dozel for a long time, these men did. Tried to kill Dozel. Squawk! Explain. Who are they? What do they want? Dozel understands now. Squawk! Read the Book of Thal, they did. Learned of the mother of Dozul. Learned of her secrets, Dozul's secrets, made clear. Their pursuit is. But these wounds, perhaps Dozul has an explanation. These men do not have the gem of Shisato. Squawk? So, Dozul thinks that's why they died. Gem of Shisato? What are you talking about? Gem is proof that Ishnai is true black mage. The gem blooms with magical power. Without this gem of Shisato, impossible to control. Most powerful black magic is. Squawk? Lose control, these mages did. Aether within their own body it's ignited. Burned alive from the inside. Painful way to die, that is. So these defiant mages fell victim to their own arrogance. Okay, you're going back to Daisy. Using dark magics that far outstrip their ability to control them. So Ishnai isn't at fault. When did I ever be? The answer you seek, Dozul hopes you find, but Dozul cannot stay here. Dozul must leave. Thank you, Ishnai. Dozul owes you a life debt. Squawk! One day Dozul will repay. So these men were slain not by your hand, but by their own powers they couldn't control. But please understand, the fact that you can control her power does not resolve the issue at hand. Please, you should return to Lalai and explain to her what has happened here. Please accept my apologies for my earlier accusations. Well, thank you, Daisy, for realizing that. Black Squawk down. Just realized that name. By the way, I'm not doing any of the gathering or whatchamacallit quests today. I'm just not. You can't make me. Anyways. Ishnai, was Dozul Merlock unharmed? I see. Well, if nothing else, it seems that Daisy no longer doubts your innocence, but the defiance were immolated from the within. If Dozul's Mellock's conjecture is accurate, the cult situation becomes quite clear, but I hardly need to explain that to you, do I? Ah, so you've noticed too. But still, I cannot condone Daisy's attitude. I've struggled ceaselessly through my studies of dark arts myself with what little power I have. Perhaps no one can understand the Defiance motivations better than I. The Defiance numbers cannot continue to grow indefinitely. They will have difficulty swelling their ranks when they cannot use their powers without the risk of horrifying death by immolation. Thus, they strive to control over the dark arts, while showing themselves only to our beastmen friends in hopes they might reveal the secrets to control these magics. Fortunately, we've prevented them from learning anything. With these avenues now lost to them, Snot-Nose, I don't know, must realize he's running out of options. Though we may lack leads from which to track down the Defiant, their position becomes weaker the longer they wait. They'll soon be forced to take action. There's no need to rush. We simply wait the enemy out. Hoorah! One second, y'all. Since this was a reading heavy stream, I decided I wanted some more ice with my drink. Alright. Lalai has received an unexpected request. Ishnai, I received word from Daisy. He wants to speak with us. Apparently he secured lodging at the Hourglass and is waiting us at the quicksand. We should head there now. I wonder what he could want. Our help? Destruction in the name of justice. No, ba-ba-bum. Adventurers Guild. Thank you for coming so quickly, Ishnai. I have something to ask of you. Some time ago, the Conjurers Guild contacted the various cities of the realm, entreating assistance in search of and capture of, bastard, what it was, Snotnose. It seems that this finally paid off. They just received a missive from the Temple Knights of Ishgard. The Defiant have been seen in the Holy See. The cult has been trying to garner popular support there. They've been offering what they claim is the power to defeat the Dravians to anyone who will listen. The cult, sorry. Now Ishgard has opened its borders. It's no longer difficult to travel to the Holy See. However, I still know next to nothing about their lands. Please, Ishnai, would you lend me your assistance in tracking down this evil cult and bringing them to justice? Daisy, you've made no effort to conceal your disapproval of we black mages and our ways. Are we to understand you've now come to accept us? That I have. The Temple Knights who provided us with this intelligence are stationed at the Ark of the Worthy, within the city of Ishgard. They'll be waiting for us there. Much though I'd like to believe that he has had a change of heart, men are not wont to change so simply. One does not live one's whole life hating black magic, only to change one's mind over the exoneration of a single mage. I know not what this man is plotting, but I suggest you keep a close eye on him. Well-built Temple Knight. You won't get away this time, Snot-Nosed. You must be the investigators from Gridania. Wait, didn't I make the joke that he's Waldo instead? He's not wearing the right colors, though. You must be the investigators from Gridania. It's about time. Someone needs to do something about that blasphemous cult. They're ranting on and on to anyone who will listen, offering the power to defeat the Dravians. We Ishgardians have our own way of fighting. We told them as much quite plainly, but it made no difference. They continue prophesizing. Obviously, such blasphemy could not be allowed to stand. We Temple Knights made our move, but they managed to get away. It hardly matters to us at the time. They were no longer spreading lies with their lies here. But they recently reappeared, this time at the Convictory in the Western Highlands. Most Convictors would do anything to earn honor and glory through the slaying of a powerful dragon. They are young and full of spirit, and naive. I fear that some among them may be deceived, seduced by the promises of easy power. Humph, gullible fools. Well, our destination is clear, to the victory. The cultist you seek has been sighted to kill Victoria. Coil this western. Yeah, I figured. Good go. Oh, the rise and fall. You want to go? We'll carry on. Not believing. Ba 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 ba. One of the other job quests we're gonna do is the red mage one. Well, I mean, the magic one. Ba 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 ya. Da da ya. Hump, there's no obvious sign of the Defiant here. We should split up and question the soldiers. I think I know who you're talking about. I told them I wasn't interested. Ancient spells are no match for a good spirit your side. You're going about on the Defiant too. Well, they spent a while shouting about how they share ultimate power with anyone who joined them, and then they left. Apparently, they set up camp near the Swift Run River. With the story with the lot anyway. Some Makote chap was asking the same thing a few minutes ago. I told him what I told you, and he ran off in right a hurry. Oh, right back there. Just to go rescue the idiot. Those crazy mages? I've spent years studying the art of dragon slaying. I don't need some magical help from weird outsiders. I made sure to tell them as much. What's the level of this quest, by the way? 58. I did not realize that there's a dead dragon chained right here. It's kind of cool. Aw, little kitty's hurting. Burn mage. They're about to burn. Any more? I know what you must be thinking. I entreated your help only to run off on my own. But you know what happens when you get involved. You saw it happen just now. They have no choice but to fight back with all their strength. And when they do so, they lose control of their power. And they burn. No one deserves to die like that. So I went to confront them alone. I am a fool. My healing magic is no match for the destructive power they wield. You're right. What did I expect to achieve challenging them without any help at all? Had we fought together, things would have turned out differently. You taking down the mages in a flash of black magic, me nullifying their every attack with my healing spell. I was truly a fool to assume all black magic was evil. I should have seen that such a power can be harnessed safely, just as it is by you. I apologize. We've lost our only lead. This time it is clearly my fault. Please pass on my apologies to Lalai. My actions were unbefitting of a representative of the Seer Council. I shall take my leave. I need to reflect on my actions. Ba, 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 ba. Let's say it's all. Back. Wall there. Find out good reason. Ah, you're back from Ishgard already. But what is Daisy? I see. If nothing else, you have stopped more poor souls from joining that accursed cult. I can only hope that Daisy can see it that way. The fact that the Defiant would travel so far as Ishgard in an attempt to recruit new members speaks volumes to how desperate they grow. Ah, Ishnai, I almost forgot. I was able to decipher the final remaining spell from the Book of Nod. Though you might not welcome the ice magic after the frigid wind of Korthus, I'm certain you'll find this frighteningly powerful addition to your repertoire. I doubt the Defiants can hold on much longer. They will be forced to use everything they have in the next fight. They cannot risk being drawn into a protracted war of attrition. Should we defeat them, we can finally recover. Hi, Zeno! How are you? Wrong stream. Should we defeat them, we can finally recover the Book of Thal and uncover the magics within. Yeah, we aren't going to Jack Doherty this and, you know, crash on stream. Hoorah! Ishnai, your timing is impeccable. Just moments ago, Daisy approached me. He ran up to me all fussy and flurry and told me he had found the Defiant space of operation. He then departed before I could respond. It seems he's headed to that base himself. Though the Defiant's forces may be well weakened, it's utterly reckless to approach them alone. It's as if though he has learned naught from the incident in Ishgard. I'm doing well. Just doing a bunch of class quests that I've been putting off for no reason. I mean, all the fucking reason. We should waste no time in traveling to the Defiant's den. Before he left, Daisy mentioned it was at the Burning Wall. I shall meet you there. I'm excited that the maintenance that they're doing tomorrow is supposed to help with server stuff. I've noticed that there's been a lot of DDoS attacks recently, and I'm hoping that will... Because it always seems to be happening when I'm raiding. And healing while raiding. You know, that kind of fucking luck. Move, Boko. Daisy's nowhere to be seen. I fear he's already fallen victim to the defiant, destructive magic. We have no choice but to press on. If Daisy's intelligence was accurate, then, Snot Nose must be further down this road. Are you ready? I'm not creative with my naming. Sorry. Make my way down. That wrong one. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, you're too far away for me to... Destruction magic. I'm also in the debate whether I want to try and unlock the raid for Endwalker tonight. Oh, this way. So I'll need to look that up. Snot Nose! Give yourself up! Your followers lay defeated. You have nowhere left to run. Hup, there's no need for me to run. Mwahaha! The summoning ritual is complete. All shall congregate in the worship of my might. I may not be powerful enough to rule this world alone, but with this void sand under my control, followers will flock across the realm to kneel before me. That void gate, it's colossal. Whatever could he mean to summon? A void scent, motherfucker. Snot Nose, stop. Whatever comes through that portal, you'll never be able to control it. Barghest, I summon thee! Present thyself and be bound by my will. I already did the laugh before it showed up. Perhaps it's now you who should run. Do you really think that the two of you could defeat me alone? They're not alone. I would say we're both alone. It's I mean, we're both here, so it's not alone. Your evil plan's in here, Snotnose. Oh, brought friends. Daisy, where were you? Fool of a mage, you are lost to reason, and shall be shown no mercy. Prepare yourself. Squawk! Here we are. At the end, you schemes are... Squawk? Ishnai, we're here to help. Aid, assist, help. Ba, 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 ba. Trying to make sure everything's... Ishnai, Lolly, forgive my late arrival. I hope I'm not too late to make a difference. No, you're inconsequential. Vargas, don't just stand there. Destroy them. No, no, not me! Them! No! You know, by killing the person who summoned you, don't you get summoned back? Well, he didn't completely bound the contract, so... Asarian, defeated by the very creature he summoned. It ought to come as no surprise. He was playing with forces beyond his reckoning. We can discuss this later. First, let's deal with this void scent. I shall see to healing. Okay. I trust you can heal. Alright. You could have not arrived at a better time. We thought you were lost to us. Did you not think I would rush in alone? What manner of fool would you take me for, to think that I would repeat so grave an error? Oh, he's not dead. That's the reason why the contract wasn't void. For a moment there, I thought you might strike him. I mean, he deserves it. But why? You are responsible for a great many deaths, and have been tasked to bring you to justice. I need you alive so you may atone for your sins. Ishnai, Lai, I owe you my thanks. First I must see to Snot-Nose's incarceration, but once that is done, I shall return to Milvanith Sacralum, and thank you properly. We should return to Uda. I'd hate to miss something as rare as a thank you from Daisy. But first you speak with our beast companions. This is a valuable opportunity to rekindle our relations with them. Would be folly to waste them. So I have to go to each of their locations? Oh, they're all there. Good. To all fight again together again. It was a hard fight, but fun. Enjoyable, satisfying, fun. Until we meet again, Ishnai. It is well the man is brought to justice. I harbor no regrets. Ishnai, my friend, though we may be of different lands, the bond we share cannot be broken. I hope we can all meet again. Squawk! All killed. The evil black mages are done here. Doles' debt is now repaid. Alright. Sorry I had to keep you waiting. Snot-Nose has been placed under arrest and is waiting sentence by the Pajals. Ishnai, thank you for all your help. The Book of Thal was amongst his belongings. Lalai, I trust it to your care. Are you sure? You made your views on black magic very clear. Our recent battles have shown me that black magic itself is not evil. It needs to be only used the right way, in pursuit of the right goals. You have shown yourselves to be noble magi with pure intentions. I trust you to use the knowledge within this book wisely. That being said, I am a conjurer. Were I witness black magic used with ill intent, I will not hesitate to take action. Even if it were you, Lolai, I would hunt you down without mercy. Come now, Daisy. Can't we have any fun? Ha ha ha! You do well not to forget my orders still consider you a black consider your black magic forbidden. But if there are more magi like you, I hope this might become the first step towards a world which both healing and destructive magics can be met on the battlefield, not as enemies, but as allies. I mean, it has been. Well, it's used in battles. This concludes the Black Mage for Heavensward. Undertake you must read the following requirements. Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done so, next Black Mage. Back in black! I am a min in black. As you unexpectedly. Ah, Ishnai, I'm glad you're here. I would consult you about a matter that is gnawing at my mind. Thanks to no small part of your efforts, the Book of Nal Thal have long last been reunited in these halls. Their long-lost secrets just waiting to be unearthed. Though I have scarcely begun poring over the tomes. I mean, yeah, I just came back here literally like 5 seconds. Yeah, I've already made a most remarkable discovery. Each of the twin tomes contained a cipher of sorts, the meaning of which can only be deciphered when the two are referenced in tandem. I will spare you the details of how I unraveled the message, though it was truly among my finer moments, if I dare say so myself. At any rate, the words once decoded are most evidently an incantation, albeit one entirely unfamiliar to me. Beneath it was a writ simple directive. Heir to the dark arts, speak these words into Null's reflection, that memories long forgotten may stir anew. As for what precisely these words are referencing, your guess is as good as mine. Still, Master Shortstout doubtlessly preserved the incantation and the accompanying message in his records for a reason. If we are not the heirs of the black art of the black magic, then who is? So I trust I can expect to see you at Null's reflection. And do try and hurry, yes. I would prefer not to delay any potential epoch-making discoveries any longer than necessary. Oh, so no patience. I really shouldn't say much. I don't either. Pop, 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 pop. Ba, 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 ba. No instance. Fun. And that is all you need to know. When I get the sign, you are to enchant the word precisely as I instructed. Understood? My memory fails me. Now, Ishnai. That light! You, yes, you shall serve as the bringer of destruction. As for my vessel, that one should suffice. The fuck? think it can... Whatever the strange sensation. For a moment, it was as if a great fire burned within me. And then... Ugh. Now it's as if my mind is being written too. And his voice! Okay, eye color change when you can tell. Do I need to duel to get her soul back? Well, well, it feels good to walk the earth for the first time in 2 millennia. It seems that old coot proved himself useful after all. If he hadn't kicked it, I'd find him and give him a pat on the head. Back. And what are you gawking at? You're a black mage, are you not? Surely you possess the common sense to recognize the woman who stands before you. Or you'll be needing a hint. Some would call me Death's handmaiden, but I always found that peculiar epithet so needlessly morbid. Though, technically speaking, I am but a manifestation of a memory, you may call me by the name I used in life, Shitato, at your service. But I jest, of course. It's you who are at mine. I must say, what is it with black mages today and these unwieldy hats? Do they truly believe it makes them look more imposing? Or are they merely compensating for something? In any event, I have no need of such adornments. Now that it's more like it. Ishnai, was it? Of course it was. Now we're on first name basis. You have to tell me all about yourself. On second thought, let's skip that. Time is short, and to be quite honest, I don't particularly care. Thank you for being blunt with me on that. At any rate, as I might mention, I am not the true Chateau, as she once lived, but rather a manifestation of her memory, or my memory. Needless to say, this still makes me the most powerful sorceress currently existing in this world. You do well to remember that if you ever have a mind to cross me. You know, now that you bring it up, I might. Well then, now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, what do you say we have a little fun? Prepare to be blasted into a gazillion itty-bitty pieces. Oh, come now. Must I spell everything out for you? I must know if you're sufficiently adept at the dark arts to help me forestall the impending doom. And this is by far the easiest way to do it. Not to mention most fun. Prepare for a world of pain. Yamate? Also, I already ended, I saved the world. I mean, this isn't the first. I saved the world multiple times. You're gonna make me move out of my... Sugar, we're going down swinging. damn it. Okay, that involved a lot more concentration than I liked. Not half bad. That painfully dull expression on her face had me worried, but I suppose you'll do after all. Do for what? Try and keep up, will you? I abhor repeating myself. Let me start at the beginning. 2,300 years ago, the greatest mage of our realm has ever known, that would be me, compiled a choice assortment of the most potent offensive incantation and evocations into the school known as black magic. You seem puzzled. I also devised a spell that would allow my memory to one day return. My reasons were twofold. One, I simply had to see for myself how the art of destruction would be handed down eras after I inevitably passed. For another, I knew that without my guidance, this realm would one day meet most certain... Oh, this won't do. I had thought this girl stronger than this, but these eyelids grow heavy, and my consciousness wanes. I suppose I'll just have to take a little nap. But remember this, my puppet of destruction. You have an important role to play in the battle to come. A battle that will decide the fate of your very world. Till next time I wake, shirk not your study of the art. I mean, this is, like I said, how many times am I going to save this goddamn world? Ishnai, where are we? It's as if I woke from the strangest dream. And yet, my every limb aches. As if my respite was more exhausting than the fiercest of battles. Do you perchance observe anything odd happen to me? Where to fucking start? Preposterous, or so most would say, but you have no reason to tell me falsehoods, and it would certainly explain the curious symptoms I find myself experiencing. Shitato, the mother of our dark arts, she who pursued the power of destruction to and beyond any limits that could be conceived. Has her consciousness truly taken up residence in my own mind? It's no use. I call out, but she does not answer. Whether she slumbers or simply deigns not to answer, I cannot say. I fear I'm somewhat at a loss. Let's return to Udall and clear our heads. Mayhap the answers we seek will yet reveal themselves to us. Teleport to Uda. While I'm doing that, I'll look up the... Oh, deep dungeons. Eureka Orthos, what's that? Okay, let me find the raids too. Pandemonium. North story. Crystal Beyond, Charlotte. Let me check those. Okay. Alright. I'm afraid it's no use. I have called out to Chateau within my mind time and time again, but I'm only met with silence. If only Master was still here, surely he could shed some light in the matter. After all, it was he who recorded for posterity the words we used to summon forth Chateau's memory. Wait, that's it! Master himself may not be here, but his writings may yet contain the answer to our queries. It was within the statues of Null that this memory slumbered. This does not strike me as mere coincidence. I believe that settles it. I will return to the tomes and seek what knowledge can be gleaned, and that we may prepare ourselves for whatever the task awaits. This holds to you as well, Ishnai. Whatever Chateau's motives for returning to us, I cannot shake the feeling that ill happenings are afoot. I suggest you resume your studies with utmost urgency. Yeah, utmost urgency. Absolutely. Proceeds to not show back up for a while. 63. Alright. I don't remember how to summon the play summoner at all. This is gonna go well. What's the last? 50! That's the last time I even touched this class. We have a bit of these quests to do. What's the closest? I guess Lancer's Guild. Alright. Setting things up. Itra. It's a great sight. Ishnai! You visit me at the most opportune moment. I have tidings that you of all people should hear. After our last encounter, I presented our findings in the art of summoning to my fellow scholars. Suffice to say that the response has been most enthusiastic. In addition to the flood of offers to assist with my research, I've been promised a contribution of several rare Allegan tombstones. I imagine that any summoning knowledge hidden within these relics would prove a great benefit to us both. Shall we journey out to Mordona and pay a visit to Rambros? Mordania. What are we doing? Oh, one of the things is you could find, once again, the cast members around, I mean, the former Scions around different locations that they said they'd be. We might go visit them as soon as I remember to do that. Ishnai, how you fare, my friend? As ever, we at San Quinchas find firmly entrenched in our efforts to excavate the secrets of the Allegan Empire. The members of Noah must be armed with knowledge if they are to truly pave the way to the future. Ah, I see you're here with the intrepid Hitra. Might I assume you have come to collect your promised tomes? I am most eager to sink my scholar's teeth into something new. Then allow me to feed your fervor. We have uncovered a number of relics which, on cursory inspection, appear to contain detailed methodology for several summoners' incantations. Who better than you to decipher the mysteries? Leviathan, Ramu, Shiva. With every new primal that appears, the importance of a thorough study of summoning magics becomes ever more apparent. Speaking of those particular deities, Ishnai, I am given to understand that you have had a hand in defeating every one of them. Yes. Your name features quite prominently in the reports received from the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Yay. As you were present at each of their downfalls, it then follows that your aura is infused with the essences of those primals. Could it be possible that you now have the potential to call forth a new EG? By the 12, of course! The most trying of the requisite conditions has already been met. All that remains is to perform the summoning ritual at location charged with the appropriate elemental energies. Master Ambrose, can you suggest any places which the etheric balance tips heavily towards either water, lightning, or ice? Ishgard, it has to be ice. The singing shards should adequately serve your needs for lightning. The area is alive with the constant discharge of crackling energy. The singing shards it is, then. Let us perform the austerities of lightning and attempt to bring Ramu EG to this world. I still don't remember how to do this. Oh, isn't this where I killed the dude? I mean, that's a statement, yes. That is a statement. Let us begin with the Asteries of Lightning. Concentrate on shifting your etheric energies toward the desired element, as usual. ... I sense nothing. I do not understand. All the conditions have been fulfilled. The summoning ritual has never failed us before. Whatever could we be missing? Well then, there's little point in us remaining here if Ramu EG will not answer your call. Shall we return to Gridania? Gridania. I was about to make the Dusvidania joke again. Ah! Predictable. Yes. Me? All the time. Do I want to torture myself? It would probably be easier for me to learn samurai stuff. I mean, my summoning stuff too late. If I went as a summoner. In a group of people. Hello, Ishnai. I've scoured my research notes for a hint to why the summoning failed, but there are no revelations to be found. I'm forced to conclude that the cause might lie outside our current understanding of the art. Thus, I shall begin studying the tombstones we received from Ramrose, and hope they contain some hitherto unknown wisdom. Mayhap these new Iki require a different matter of catalyst. While I delve into the mystery, I suggest you continue practicing your art. We enter an uncharted realm of summoning, and you must be prepared, body and spirit. Body and spirit? Greetings, Ishnai. Since we last met 5 seconds ago, the arduous task of deciphering these tombstones has occupied my every waking moment. I have made some significant progress, but the cause of the ritual's failure yet eludes me. Hi, banana! I am somewhat hardened, however, by my discovery of a number of new incantations. In fact, there is one spell which I believe you could soon master with the minimal instruction. Pray my interruption. You're the leaders of the research effort on summoning magic, yes? I am Captain Dancing Wolf of the Immortal Flames. It is fortunate that I find you together, as I have questions for you both. And what would the Immortal Flames want with us? Captain Wolf, does the Udall military have some vested interests in the activities of summoners? Just one summoner in particular, man. We seek a man by the name of Tristan. Oh, I killed him. Then you do know him. I've read reports that you have been in pursuit of our former soldier, but I always like to have confirmation on our intelligence. The Immortal Flames has its own reason for wanting Tristan found. If you have any idea of his whereabouts, then I must know what you know. So Tristan matched his summoning magic against yours, and was ultimately consumed in fire, and you're certain he perished. Have we given you a reason to suspect otherwise? I have no doubt in the veracity of your tale, but there's been an incident. A merchant caravan was recently attacked by a man, by description given, closely resembles Tristan in appearance. Should we allow the crime of a former immortal flame to go unanswered, then the integrity of the entire organization will be called into question. I will find him and see that justice is served. We looked on as Tristan was engulfed in flame, not remain, not even a charred corpse, and we believed him utterly consumed. Could he have somehow survived that inferno? If he is alive, then we have unwittingly permitted an escape of a known pawn of the Paragons. Well, Asians. Captain Wolf, you must allow us to accompany you on your investigation. Your combined expertise in summoning arts is most welcome, Lady Hitmar. Why did I get that? Hitra. The attack occurred on one of the roads outside of Camp Drybone. Pray return there. Join me at the settlement proper, and we'll continue the search for witnesses. Ba, 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 ba. We cannot allow a madman like Tristan to roam unchecked. Let us hasten to Camp Drybone and assist Captain Wolf with his investigations. Could it be that the Asian is in his body? And not in the sexy, sexy way? Assuming Tristan truly is behind this recent violence, whatever could he stand to gain from attacking a civil caravan? Hithra, Ishnai, as we now cooperating in this investigation, I see no reason not to trust you with some of its duties. Let's split up and find out what these merchants know. Let's split up, gang! Why did my voice crack at that point? Am I already getting tired of speaking? To see. Aye, now that you mentioned it, they did just cart a body of the merchant. Such things are hardly noteworthy around here, though. As such, I failed to take notes. Good community. Community that really cares about each other, you know? Worries about its own. Might I trouble you for a moment? That's interesting that it's spoken aloud. The attack out on the road? I heard the man who did it was swathed in a robe that was black as night. One if for its tempered, I should think. It's the Asian. I'm guessing up? Nope, it's down. I'm blind. Did I... Is it... Did I run past it in here? Is that the... Suggested movement before the buzzards. I mean, it is possible that I'm fucking blind. Blind as a bat. I'm sorry. My bat friend is currently flying around with me. There. Okay. A friend of mine survived the assault. Said he even caught a glimpse of the villain's twisted face. I'm certain he'll tell you more had he not left camp the moment his injuries were bound. Oh, right there. Did see, but the merchant who lived through the attack had already set out with his goods again. Traders of Thunlan are not if nothing but hardy. So we have one merchant alive to tell the tale. According to my inquiries, our intrepid trader is likely en route to Highbridge. We may yet catch him on the road if we are swift. What if he's carrying a certain thing that he wants, and that's the reason why he was attacked? I'm just throwing out guesses right now. Do I have my carbuncle running around? Probably need my carbuncle. Aiding. I heard Jell's war cries. Are you unhurt, sir? Yes, thank you. Well, aside from the injuries I sustained from the previous incident, I suppose. First the caravan, now this. Must thou be so eager to usher me into his hall? It's concerning the assault on your caravan that we endeavor to seek you out, sir. You could tell us about the attacker. I should be glad to see him brought to justice, though I did not see his face in any great detail, concealed as it was in the depths of the black cowl. I did glimpse a lock of silvery hair. By his stature, I marked him as Heron stock, and by his fiery servant, Hellspawn demon in disguise. A fiery servant? Those balls, that's the one. Where do people find these things? You know, everywhere. The villain was commanding an infrared Eg then, and we know the affinity Christian has for primal flame. Aye, all evidence points towards our man. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. You have been great help to our investigation. Oh, think nothing of it. Consider it poor recompense for my rescue at the hands of this gallant adventurer. I saved the world. I must report these developments to my superiors at the Hall of Flames. Pray, join me in Udall. There's much I wish to discuss with you. Hey, return to the Black Sands. I mean, Waking Sands. I'm joking. I love that both of them have their arms crossed and looking serious in that picture. Captain Wolf seems most troubled. No doubt his case has forced him to relive terrible memories he would sooner let fade. You know of Tristan's older brother, Hinden? Both were soldiers in service to the Immortal Flames. Both were soldiers under my command. Our unit was one of many deployed in the mission to destroy the Primal Ifrit, an operation that succeeded at a staggering cost. Those who were not incinerated were tempered, with Hinden suffering the latter fate. As you know, a primal's power is fueled by the faith of its thralls, and the greatest mercy we can grant such unfortunates is a swift journey to Thal's hallowed halls. Tristan volunteered to end the cursed existence of his own brother. He returned to Aldal with Hiden's blood on its blade, and I watched helplessly as the guilt slowly strangled the life in his eyes. No words of comfort could reach him when he at last quit the flames. He was the husk of the man he once was. Never did I imagine his grief-maddened mind would drive him to such desperate evils. Tristan was my soldier, and it is my responsibility to stop him. Thanks to your aid, we have mounting proof that he is still out there. When we are ready, we shall make our move. We are content to follow your lead on in this, Captain Wolf, and should we certainly be prepared if we are to meet the Dark Summoner in battle. To that end, Ishnai, I would teach you one of the incantations I gleaned from the repositories of Allegan wisdom. 'Tis a spell of damaging magics, employed in combat by the summoners of Eld. Let's call upon Captain Wolf again once you've mastered its use. It would not do to engage Tristan while stumbling over unfamiliar magics. I don't remember how to play this at all, so Energy Siphon. Cool. Shares with energy drain. I don't like that, but ooh, rah! Hoorah! 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 I'm not crazy. Dancing Wolf awaits your return and a grave expression upon his features. Auspicious timing, Ishnai. There have been used, and none of it good. Our soldiers in central Thanlan have reported another attack. I looked over the notes for the initial investigation. It would seem that Tristan, or someone who looks very much like him, has struck again. I'll have one of my men contact Yehitra with the details, but I suggest we head out to the mines immediately and question one of the surviving victims. Na wa 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 wa. I finished. Oh no, I haven't even touched it. That's for both. Okay. Finish the therma. I just won't collect the ring because I already have enough shit in my stuff. Yeah, Mitra sent word she will be along shortly, if only this gentleman was agreeable. What do you mean, more questions? I spilled me tale to 3 different soldiers already. My work is getting further and further behind every time I gotta stop and talk to you folks. Here's an idea, though. How about you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours? That big lad in the uniform there looks like he could lift some good-sized rocks. What about you, lass? You some sort of mage? We've got some trouble with the local Spriggans swiping our fire silver, and you're just the woman to get it back. That stuff's rare as Chocobo's teeth, you know. Now, just a moment, sir. We don't have time for these distractions. Then maybe I don't have time to talk to you. Not until you give a little with your take. Just stop complaining. I've learned that being a doormat works faster. I fear he means to be stubborn about this, Ishnai. Please humor the man and retrieve his precious oral from the Spriggans. Spriggan scratching. Hostile presence. Hostile presence is me! That guard is just standing there, allowing it. Pant, this picnic compared to my officer training. You find them stricken glass? What about to be found is fire silver. Also known as ruby silver, this rare grayish red material is often found in veins of regular silver. For every 100 pounds of silver pounces, the silver miner excavates, however, she'll be lucky to find even a pound of fire silver. Oh, you got the whole lot back. Much appreciated. My apologies. My studies took longer than Captain Wolf, is everything alright? Everything's fine. Now let's hear your story, sir. I reckon you earned it. Well, it was... wrong. It is... We are in the mines loading carts with our haul for the day when this bloke in the ropes appeared. Didn't say a word. The bastard just snapped his fingers and sent his pet demon to light me and me mates on fire. I forgot. I need to go to Doma. What I remember. Ifrit... Ishnai, for you to be so kind. Aye, bloody hells! Aye, that's the fiend I saw. 'Tis as we feared. And this robe-clad man, do you have any ideas why he attacked you? Well, lass, there's more than silver to be had from Narawa. On a good day, we dig up a fair share of crystals as well. It would seem he was after. I'm not ashamed to say I fled for me life once folks started going up in flames. But when I went back to sort out the mess, the cart that had the crystals was empty. He took them all. Aye, every single one. That's all I've got to say about that. Hope you catch the bastards. He's going to do a summoning. Crystals. There was a crate of crystals on the list of goods stolen from the caravans. He must have taken everything else to conceal his intent. Our quarry grows careless or simply impatient. It is time I re-examined our certain incidents that we did not think related to this case. Meet me at the Hall of Flames and we shall discuss the matter further. I can imagine only one reason why a man such as Tristan would seek to acquire a wealth of crystals. Come, Ishnai, let us not keep Captain Wolf waiting. Well, that is something. My timing on that matter? Oh, fun. I don't have anything that's throwable. The eye is no longer sealed. Everything's going well right now. Can't you tell? So we're going into belly. Belly, 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 belly! Ba, 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 ba. Bum, bum. Ah, da, 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 da. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, bum. Don't wanna be hit by that. Never wanna be hit by that. Mess up. Ba-ba. I like how my samurai looks. Probably gonna prepare for the dog. I'm gonna be using True North a lot on this one. Boy. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I might actually like playing a samurai once I figure it out. Once I figure it out. Holy fuck, holy fuck. Messed it up a bit. Once I figure things out. So like I said, for this month, Final Fantasy will be on Saturdays, so I'll have a good chunk of time to level up. Dum, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Swear that samurai is gonna keep. Hi, Quirked Up Wreck, girl. How are you? How you doing? What were you playing? Nice. Say, I have not fully finished any of the. Words, thoughts. Zelda games except for, Breath of the Wild. Beating all of them? Nice! Is it like gonna go through all of them one right after another? Nice! I remember when I went through all the Kingdom Hearts games that I could do. Are you doing them in order of release? I ran into that. That sounds good. Whatever order you feel like. Sounds like a perfect plan. We are doing Summoner. We're moving towards the ones that are less good. Oh, so celebrating. Have you played them all before? Or at least some of the ones before? So it's new experiences on some of them as well? Ah. Nice. I haven't played the bad ones. Understandable. Whatever evil our callous foe is planning, we cannot allow it to come to fruition. Let's speak with Captain Wolf and learn what else his investigations have uncovered. So basically, we're about to do drinking nights to try and get through the bad ones. I inspected our recent records, paying close attention to the cargo manifests that included crystals. We had attributed several recent raids to the job, but the victim words, every one of them burned to death. Not entirely impossible considering the lizardman's affinity for fire, but to find not a single arrow or spear wound. Alright, thank you. And thank you again for the raid. Aye, 'tis highly unlikely. Mayhap I should state aloud what we were all thinking. Judging by the sheer number of crystals involved, we must assume that this villain intends to call forth the primal. After my encounter with Ifrit, I learned how devastating powerful these entities can be. And I believe that summoners, with their ability to harness such power, hold potential to achieve greater things. I mean, great things. But if Tristan is truly mad enough to summon a primal, then that unthinkable act, and the bloody deeds he performed in preparation for it, will cause the people to question the motives of all who practice the summoner's arts. My studies of the tombstones revealed to me a tale of adulation. The summoners of Allegid were revered as heroes for their part in defeating the ancient primals. The revenants only turned into revulsion as practitioners, intoxicated by their own immense power, began wielding the art of summoning as a means to further their own selfish ambitions. That is not to say, of course, that all summoners choose to become tyrants. Amongst the common people, however, it became a strongly held superstition that those who meddled in the powers of primals ultimately fell into the evil embrace. This superstition blossomed into outright terror, and that is when the mage hunts began. By the end of the Third Astral Era, the last of the summoners had vanished from the stage of history. And should we allow Tristan to go through with his plans, then we risk a repeat of that tragedy. I will review the state of patrols on the crystal trade routes. We will catch him. Ishnai, before I joined you at Nawa Mines, I was able to receive another incantation that might prove useful in the coming days. Wield its power wisely. No promises, though. Hoorah! Mad, bad, and ebon-clad. Ah, jokes, whips. Dancing Wolf is ready to go on the offensive. Greetings, Ishnai. I hope you're prepared to take action. Ever since we increased our presence on the trade routes, our black-robed villain has ceased his attacks. Now it's our turn to go on the offensive. With the blessing of my superiors, I have arranged for a lightly guarded shipment of crystals, with which we will lure Tristan into an ambush. I want you to be there when we string the trap. I've already sent word to Kitstra. She will join us in Camp Blue Fog. Let's bring it into this Ishnai. All the way up there. We have been waiting for you, Ishnai. Let us put Captain Wolf's plan into action. Ishnai, you're here. Good. Our crystal couriers have just left the camp. The plan is simple. The caravan will head towards the processing plant, but conveniently break an axle before reaching the east watchtower. We three will take up separate positions nearby, and wait for Tristan to take the bait. I've had the driver complaining long and loudly about the lack of suitable escort for his previous cargo, so we'll be reasonably sure the attack will come. I trust you need no further explanations. Head to your assigned position and do your best to keep out of sight. No promises, though. I'm wearing purple. No promises. Buttons. Button again. Sorry, trying to eat and do this at the same time. It's odd to miss this tree hardly big enough to conceal both of us. You're here for the ambush. It's a pleasure to meet you all, but you best keep your distance. We want the enemy avoiding our carefully laid trap. Yes. Where the f— Am I hiding just standing here? Don't I need to be behind the rock? Ah! It burns! It burns! Ascian wearing his body. Hello, stranger. Clad summoner. Eating, the bedding, you know, as you do. Talk to me, Miss Soldier. I'll live, Captain. He popped right out of thin air. Took me by surprise. The same happened to me. Another man with dark robes stepped through some matter portal and assailed me with spells. Assailed me. My position came under attack. An underling, judging by the ease which I dispatched him, but I've never seen before such teleportation magics. No, it cannot be. You know this man, Captain Wolf? It's Kahindin, Tristan's brother. But how? He was tempered, slain. And now both siblings have disappointed me. I should exercise more care in choosing my pawns. And Ascian, that voice. You were the one who taught Tristan the art of summoning. Have you come to inflict more misery upon the world? Yes. Tristan, yes. That's the other one's name. I hope to groom him, grant him the knowledge of Alaga's mage that he might unleash his wrath against the primals. Alas, he was all too easily vanquished. No matter, the Bringer of Light has proven more than adequate replacement for my failed Godslayer. With every primal you kill, the beastman's fervor grows ever hotter. We need but supply the tribes with crystals and tell you everything about my plan. And watch as they summon even more and more terrible deities. When the confluence of chaos reaches its peak, the world shall be swallowed in darkness. Our master shall rise again. I repeat, tell me your plans. He's gone. Oh, really? We should await. We should go be gone as well. I shall see that my soldier is treated for his wounds. Then await you outside the Hall of Flames. Hooray, return to Udall. Once again, a paragon lurks behind the curtain, pulling the strings. I should have suspected. Yes, you should have. I believe some reassessment is in order. We now know that the black-robed menace we thought to be Tristan was actually his brother, Calhidin, a reanimated puppet under the control of an Asian. Both brothers were present at the Infern's defeat, so Calhidin's aura would be stained with the Primal's essence, which, if I understand correctly, would explain his ability to command the EG. But for the Adassian to raise the lad's corpse and press him into service as his pet summoner, I shall see that the Black Guard suffered for his cruel depravity. Aye, the Paragon has many crimes for which he must answer, but we must move with great caution. The power of these immortals is not to be underestimated, even though I killed a bunch of them. I will return to Gridania and redouble my efforts to decipher the remaining tombstones. We shall not face an Asian unprepared. Yeah, Ishnai, if you've come for word for the Asian, I fear little progress to report. We did, however, hold a service for Calhidin. I assembled the soldiers from his old unit, and together we conveyed his remains to the priests of Thal. As for the Thanalan's trade routes, there's been the odd raid by bandits or beastmen, but not involves men in black robes. I must confess, I'm at a loss at how we might track our foe. Have you spoken to Tra? I believe she has new findings to share with you. Pray, return to Gridania. Wrong way. Number one with the bullet. Cocaine bullet. Lancer, having a moment. Cocaine bullet. Bum, 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 bum. Something you bucket for, yeah. Quarrels with squirrels. Ha. I could have tranced all night. I mean, should you though? That's the name of the quest, sorry. Ishnai, there you are. We have much to discuss. Have been engrossed with my studies, you see, seeking every advantage for our inevitable clash with the Asian. As I struggled to unravel the ancient knowledge of the tombstones, I unlocked many good mysteries, including the reason why you were unable to call forth Ramu Iji. When you summoned an avatar, you must draw upon your body's reservoir of aether to grant life and form, which is known as the arcane entity. That much we already know. I had, however, overlooked the simple fact that our etheric reserves are finite. Thus, the magnitude of the EG you were able to summon is limited by the extent of your own life force. Simply put, if the EG is too powerful, then the summoning fails. But do not despair. The summoners of Alliant devised a method by one might circumvent this intrinsic limitation. Rather than attempting to summon a separate physical manifestation of certain EG, most accomplished mages would discover a far less aether was required to infuse themselves with the essence of a primal's power. The technique by which a summoner might achieve this heightened state is known as trance. That's also what limit breaks are called in Final Fantasy IX. What do you say, Ishnai? We see if you can master this method? It may even allow you to contend with a paragon, but not if the essence is of an ordinary primal. Nay, we must set our sights on the most potent entity, the most fierce. I speak of the elder primal, Bahamut. On the day of the calamity, the dragon vanished in an explosion so massive. His aether was carried to the far corners of Eorzea. You among many others have already been touched by his essence. What if I didn't want to be? All that remains is to perform the meditative ritual in a place steeped in Bahamut's energies. And you should be able to enter the trance of the Dreadworm. As for setting foot within the only suitable location, I believe Captain Wolf can assist us. Shall we pay him a visit? By the way, most likely what's going to happen... We're not going to touch the Picamacy stuff, but what mostly I'm planning on doing is try and finish all the quests in Gridania. And at least in the city proper. Like I said, we're doing this until we get his we've pretty much finished with, so I have to make sure that it's all level 90 and below stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna try and make it the like where initially you started, like it's gonna be the rogue stuff a lot until I probably run out, and then I have to do it with Scholar or something for RPG 6 Capital of Final Fantasy XIV. As I anticipated, the good captain here has agreed to help us enter the only suitable location for the original location. Yeah, Hitra. Here is certainly not one to do things by half. She petitioned me to help gain entry to the aether-soaked wastelands of the Cartano Flats. The Flats are a disputed territory, jointly administered by the 3 member nations of the Eorzean Alliance, and attempting to earn full admittance to the area is a bureaucratic nightmare. As matters stands, I'm only able to secure permission to visit the Mortal's Flames airship landing. If you wish to enter the Flats proper, you'll have to do something under the cover of night. Prepare yourself for a intense journey. Let's talk about this, around everybody else. Then make your way to the landing here in Uda. I'll have one of our elite flyers stand by. Sugar, we're going down stringing with the bullet. Go, go, ducks, bucket and bullet. Da, da, dee, 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 sugar, we're going down streaming. If they catch us creeping into the flats, the general will have my head on a platter, but I must have vengeance for my soldier. I'm quite sure I can, bat my eyes at the general, and he'll be fine with it. Mastery of this trance will greatly increase your chances of standing against the Paragon. Pray inform the elite flyer that we're ready to depart to Cartano. I'll fly you to the front door of the flats, but that's as far as you're authorized to go. Stay on the landing or face consequences. Face consequences. Like I said, bat my eyelids and it'll be fine. So this is what became of Cartano Flats. Never before have I sensed such tainted aether. Let us not linger here long, Ishnai. Turn your mind now to Bahamut's terrible majesty, and allow his power to seep into your very being! Be a bad dragon. Nothing? We may need to deepen your meditations. Did you truly attempt to harness the might of Bahamut? The essence... Elder Primal shall tear your mortal flame asunder. I'll be fine. Chaos rises in the presence of power, but you, bringer of light, can be allowed to shine no brighter. Come and be doused with the endless waters of the 12th chalice. What if I don't want to be doused in anything? That. play with fire, the perish. Oh dear. We're like doing no dents on him. Oh, lingering aether. Do I touch it? Very mean stone. Okay. Wait, you meditate faster? No! Tell me, how can I meditate if I'm being, you know, my consciousness is being dragged somewhere else? Like, I have to pay attention to what's happening in front of me. Concentrated image of claws, ethereal trails. You still not... Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I have to go through all these. Well, they have been weaker, like going down in a very quick success. One more. Fangs, scales, eyes. Is the next one eyes? Is the next one eyes? Oh, roar. Bitchin'. is mine! Murdering another Ascian on my list. I did not anticipate this. You should not have been able to complete the meditations under such duress. Yeah, I wouldn't call them meditation as much as duress. But I shall not underestimate you again. Our next meeting shall be our last, bringer of light. Yeah, I'm murdering you. Again. We did it. We faced the Paragon and lived. I mean, I've done it a few times, but yeah, sure. It's all thanks to you, Ishnai. You, the towering might of Bahamut, you now command. But thank you for the compliments. Aye, despite the Ascians' interference, we achieved what we came here for. But I'm afraid this is not the place to celebrate. Let us return to the landing before the dawn's light finds us in forbidden territory. We were never here. Ever. I just... It was a daring journey, but I believe the rewards merit the risk. We should return to the Hall of Flames and see that Captain Wolf has not been stripped of his station. I mean, sure. No, wrong thing. Right before my eyes. Alright, well, once we do the level 60 thing, I'm gonna remember to go over to Doma. Asterix. The Paragon did not come across us by chance. We are being watched. Really? I have reason to rejoice, my friends. It would seem our clandestine adventure went unnoticed by my superiors. And more important, well, they probably knew. They just decided not to say anything. And more importantly, we seized the upper hand in the battle against an Ascian. The trance did appear most effective against our immortal foe. For such a hurried night's work, we managed to reap quite a harvest indeed. Aye, but it is a pity the bastard fled when he did. I would have liked to have settled the score then and there. 'Twas for the best, Captain Wolf. If we were to truly defeat the Ascian, then we must be prepared to destroy him utterly, body and soul. Well, he is a shard. He's an incomplete Ascian. There were only 3 complete, well, unsundered ones. I think La Habrea, Elidibus, and MXelk, I think. Might be wrong. Hoorah! Forgot to do that. Ishnai, I was about to send for you. Itra should be here any moment. She kind of was summoned in. Wasn't even off screen. Ah, wonderful. We're all here. I've been pondering some metaphysical theories and would like to discuss my conclusions with the both of you. Ever since our battle on the flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to the Scions and their research, Paragons are effectively immortal. Well, I am a part of the Scions. They're said to be ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal host after mortal host in an endless procession down the ages. But once Ishnai acquired the Dreadworm trace, the haste with which the Ascian withdrew did not seem to be the action of a being who harbors no fear of death. Thus I posed the question, Could it be that the 12th Chalice and his black masked brethren are not as practiced in the art of possession as their red-veiled masters? At the time of the battle, our bodies were the only, were only available hosts nearby. Assuming he lacks his superior's facility to flee into the space betwixt worlds, I suspect that our foe's sudden cowardice stemmed from an inability to force his soul into our living vessels. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kaden to serve as his puppet. I believe this theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we are able to lure the 12th Chalice to a location devoid of potential hosts, then we might succeed in destroying him for good. But we also need to keep him from teleporting, though. Then what are we waiting for? We must devise a plan to draw the villain from hiding. Not so fast. We first must obtain the means by which we can ensure the Asian's demise. A mighty coup de grace, delivered before he has a chance to retreat. Ishnai, there is a passage within the last hope that describes how the power of a trance can be unleashed in a single devastating blast. The technique itself, however, was explained according to my research and can only be learned from a forbidden book found on the shelves of the Great Global Library. To reach the library will require a long, perilous journey over Abitha's spine and into the wilds of Dravanian hinterlands, but I believe we 3 are up to the task. I mean, I've already been there. We shall be on our way! The key to defeating the 12th Chalice will be soon within our grasp. Upon learning, the mastery will indicate time effect on the effects of creating impulse. Let me move the paint. A flair for the dramatic. Hardy har har. All the way down there. Fun. All the way down. We'll make it. Winter will come. All the way down. All the way down. Oh, while we're here, let's go see Y'shtola. She's visiting with her master. Whee! Whee! Slow! Wanna be. Oh, 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 oh. Right there. Oh, oh. Hey, Apocalypse, how are you? Rise up into we're here to see you, Stola. Like Louis Small, you set out to save the world. Like him, you believed in your cause with all your heart. Like him, you succeeded. The spineless wretches of the Forum could stand to take cue from your example. Now, as Stola would tell you, I tend to be sparing with my praise, but for what you've accomplished, you have my respect and admiration. Well now, you've come to check up on Master Matoya? How thoughtful of you. She appreciates your visits, even though she will never admit it. Despite her years, she remains infatigable as ever. Fatigable as ever. To hear her tell it, she means to cite abandonment and claim the anti-tower as private property. For my part, I'm glad to see you too. I'm only here until I find the tome I'm after in the library, so your timing couldn't be better. I'm only here because of the summoner's quest that I've been putting off. Or at least this far out currently. Knew your destination. So what are you up to, Apocalypse? With no shackles. Up to no good as always. Ah, okay. My faith. Mischievous means. Glad I came at the end of that road, but it's well worth the trip once we secure your summoner's tome. Tristan and Kahiden will be avenged. Let my heart rise by the wings. Now we pass the night. Raise the bright moonlight. Trying to keep quiet, singing. Now that we've all arrived, we can enter the library and begin our search for this forbidden tome. It's at the bottom. Have you strayed far from the safety of your cities, foolish mortals? Whatever could you be planning? Your demise? Again? Always he arrives at the worst possible moment. This is no coincidence, I fear. This time he leaves aught to chance. I don't want to be part of this orgy, okay? 'Twas amusing first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but too insistent is your dabbling. Those who would not dance upon our palm shall be crushed within our fist. No more shall we endure your blinding effluence. There can be no rivals to the encroaching darkness. You have earned the ire of La Habrea's most loyal servants. Did you imagine the battle ended with our master's defeat? Stand now, bringer of light, and suffer the pain of our retribution. Would it not be wiser to retreat and seek the tome another day? They mean to afford us no such opportunity, dear captain. Either we stand and fight, or we die. La Habrea is never gonna love you, just to be clear on this. Yes, that boulder did explode. I have not. I have not done. I have failed you, master. Woo! Not dead yet. No further. Yes. How we were raised into greatness by Laha Breha himself. You mean Lollybread? You defeated my master, bringer of light. Mayhap it is meet your strength is beyond us, but the day will come. You will not escape us this time, Asian. He's gonna kill him for the body, isn't he? Now, Ishnai, unleash your power! Bitchin'. I float down majestically. It's done! The Paragon is no more! Most impressive spell, Ishnai. But when did you learn to cast it? Did we not first require the library's tome? Nope, she lied. Ah, my apologies, Captain. But in order to deceive one's enemies, 'tis best to begin with one's friends. There was never any such book. All that Ishnai required was the catalyst of battle to focus her energy. I knew at that once the Asian observed us traveling towards the library, he would assume we have sought some long-buried wisdom. He could not risk leaving Ishnai free to gain even more power. So this entire journey was a feign, a trap to lure him into the wilds. Well, you certainly had me fooled. Remind me never to cross wits with you, Mitra. I don't fear this is over because it's the 58 quest. Or is it? Oh, it is the level 60 quest. Cool. I'm losing count! Babysat puppies. That's awesome. Are the puppies finally asleep? My plan was... had you unable to cast the Death Flare? My dear Ishnai, I never entertained a single doubt. Nice. Together we have achieved something which few people can boast. They're about a year old now, aren't they? The puppies? Not that they lose their energy at year 1. Together we've achieved something which few people can boast. The defeat of an Asian. I've done it so many times. Never could I have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also be put to rest. Long have I been haunted by these horrors that infinite mission, but at last I feel a measure of peace. I will return to Udall and have the gravestone for Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it will be a place where the survivors from his unit can pay respects to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances. I too would extend my gratitude to you, Ishnai. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented summoning's tragic history from repeating itself in a new age. We must take greater precautions against this ancient art falling into the wrong hands. I'll work along my colleagues in the Suns and be sure the spread of summoning is closely monitored. Did you order a physical copy, or they decided to delay the game for cleaning up bugs and stuff? To be sure the spread of summoning is closely monitored. If only we could uncover the lasting solution for the primal predicament. There must be a way to break the self-perpetuating cycle of meeting force with force. That's smart of you. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals the day it was announced. Nice. A certain class, continue my search in the primals and summoning. Offer the science whatever support I am able. I'm certain our paths will cross again, Ishnai. I mean, you know it can be fixed by being stabbed? You can burn them instead, or freeze them to death. It's not just stabbing we can do. Heaven Sword. Wait. Soul Summoner. A book with bite. Fun. Wrong thing. Well, Gridania. People will be upset about anything. I mean... Reminds me, I was gonna check. Oh, right, I was gonna go to Doma before I forget. What was the reasoning behind the delay? So we... Turn. Okay, we're heading over here. My goodness, I never imagined it'd be so spectacular. The stunning combination of natural beauty and traditional dome architecture takes my breath away. The pavilion in particular is certain to impress all who visit. I had no idea you're planning something of this scale, though. Actually, Tuyayaku came up with the overall design, while I saw it to its construction. Though I have to say, I'm even pleasantly surprised by the end result. I'm curious, Tuyayaku. How did you become such a gardening expert? Surely the Imperial occupation all but brought an end to such leisurely pursuits. Yes, those damnable garlands have no respect for the final things in life. Until they came and ruined anything. I mean everything. I was an apprentice gardener. I trained under my father, who was in charge of the grounds of Doma Castle. While I spent most of my boyhood pruning hedges, he was creating horticultural masterpieces. However, I'll never forget the day I accidentally cut off a branch from Lord Cayen's favorite plum tree. For the first time in my life, I saw rage flash in my father's eyes as he struck me across the face. When he marched me off to apologize to our great ruler, I was so afraid that even his hands gripping my shoulder could stop my trembling. But when I confessed to Lord Cayen, he gently held the branch as he smiled and said, "This will make the perfect gift for my Mina." From that day forth, it has been my dream to fill Doma with beautiful gardens in honor of our beloved Lord. Your generosity has set me in the path to fulfilling this goal. I shall never forget the kindness you have shown me. Ah, that's understandable. I wish you could have seen the gardens of Doma Castle. While they may have been lost forever, I will dedicate my life to keeping the techniques of my father alive for all to enjoy. It's a shame that he and Lord Cayen are no longer here to share this view with us. I only pray this serves as suitable tribute to their souls. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It was not my intention to dampen the mood. Perhaps we have for so long lived under the heel of Garleans that we simply could not afford to think beyond the here and now. Even after we rid ourselves of those curs, every day was a desperate struggle to make ends meet. It is only now that the peace has returned to the Enclave that we are able to look to the past and remember those who we've lost. No doubt many others feel the same way. I know I do. We should encourage them to come together for quiet reflection, to ease the grief that lingers in their hearts. Maybe we can hold an event of some kind. Finding something suitable is rather a tricky proposition, though. I have heard of several Doman festivals, and they all seem to be too loud and boisterous. On the other hand, we do not want to make the mood too somber. As it happens, the Kudzu have been discussing whether to host some sort of occasion to mark the beginning of this new era for the Enclave. Unfortunately, we are also struggling for ideas. I will take what you have said to consideration as we go about planning the event. However, I think we will need a little more time to decide on something appropriate. Can we count on your assistance? I would not have it any other way. Glad to hear it! I shall return to the Kudzu and look into potential candidates for the event. If you find yourself in need of inspiration or simply a place to think, you know where to come. One garden complete. Due to your continued contributions. However, Kudzu is so forming a plan to bid farewell to the past spark, and perhaps you'd benefit from more assistance. Sorry, I'm halfway playing with a cat who wants attention and has a toy. Yeah? What's up? I have never heard of it. Kozakura is looking for advice on an ancient Doman custom. Oh, really? Oh, Ishnai, I did not see you there. I might have to look into. Is it on PC? Though I currently don't have much money to do anything. Okay. Is it coming out soon, or it's not yet? Sorry, I was lost in thought. I have been considering the possibility of reviving an old Doman tradition. The memory of service for the deceased, to be precise. In the years gone by, Domans would honor the souls of the departed kin by sending floating lanterns into the sky. I was coming on this purpleness. Ha! This is known as Tendo Okuri. I'll look after the stream. I definitely don't have the money if it's a recent game. Was until the Garleans took over, religious rites were strictly forbidden, particularly those that could be performed within the safety of one's own home. Being born after the invasion, I have never experienced this myself, But restoring this custom will be another step towards bringing Doma closer to its former glory. I would certainly benefit from the wisdom of the older generations who remember the observations of this. Because it'll probably be a $70 game. Did you say, Tinto or Curry? It has been many a year since we held one of those. A familiar voice. Master, Tosuranuki and Mr. Clean, what brings the two of you here? I would have come here myself if you hadn't followed. I cannot seem to escape this cantankerous curmudgeon. You have some nerve, Paper Tiger. As I recall, you were the one that followed me. Kozakura, you wish to know of the Tinto Okuri? Perhaps the reminiscence of an old man would use some use on this occasion. As the name suggests, it involves sending lanterns up to the heavens. It's a chance to say our final farewell to the spirits of the dead as they embark on their journey to the hereafter. The lanterns float on the wind, ever upwards, to light the way. The more there are, the higher they fly, and the happier all the souls will be. Our dead friends will have the time of their lives, but don't they go into the live stream, which is below? I can only imagine how enchanting that might be. Would we be able to hold the ritual anywhere near here? Yes, I know just the place. The pavilion in the garden will be ideal, as it overlooks the one river. We wouldn't want any lanterns falling on anything flammable, would we? Which reminds me, where are we going to get all the guiding lights? Hello? Are you so absent-minded that you forgot about me already? Making paper lanterns is one of my specialties. Ha! It was about time you said something useful. Very well. I suppose you can be trusted not to botch this entirely. Just kiss already. Otherwise, those floating spirits will have two more travel companions. Kozakura, can we rely on the kudzu to spread word of the event? Consider it done. The sooner we get the rest of the Enclave on board, the more help we'll be able to offer. Ishnai, could you see if Mitsuba and Minazuki are interested? After that, meet us in the one garden. In the meantime, we old men have work to do. Well, he does. I will see what I can do to drum up support. Both of you do your bit, and we'll do ours. Well, those two certainly do not waste any time, do they? In that case, it's only meat that we follow suit. I shall begin preparations along with the other members of the kudzu. Would you be so kind to speak with the aforementioned pillars of our community? All the way over there. Hi, Mitsuba! You're just in time to try my latest dish. It's Eorzean stew. Oh, the ceremony with lanterns? Yes, I'd love to go. I have one or two things I see to first, so I'll meet you there. Of the sage. Can teleport to the one over here, rather than run all the way. As I proceed to go the wrong direction. Oh, Ishnai, how lovely to see you. Is there something you wish to discuss? Tino Okuri? My, I never thought I'd live to see another one of those. Of course it would be our pleasure to attend. This is a valuable opportunity for the children to learn of our nation's rich traditions. My students and I will join you in the one garden presently. Thank you again for your kind invitation. Good that I picked a good time because it's night. So you can see it properly. Lord Hien gonna be here, though? I think it'd be important enough for him to be there. Everyone, may I have your attention? Welcome to the Tendo celebration, in which we wish to carry the souls of our kin a safe journey as they depart for the heavens. But first, allow me to express my appreciation to the artisans of the yard, with whom none of this would have been possible. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of this auspicious occasion. There is one more person I would like to thank. Ishnai Ciarfox. You have worked tirelessly for the liberation of Doma, reconstruction for the Enclave, and reuniting of our people. We are eternally grateful. She was a pillar of strength to the refugees during her time in Eorzea, and continues to be so here. I could spend 1,000 lifetimes singing her praises, and it would not be enough. Please don't. To think that we should stand as people united to take part in a ritual passed down from days of yore. My late husband and all those dearly departed must be smiling upon us. Oh, she's crying again. What's the matter? It's nothing. I just... To see you all so happy and peace, I feel as though our lost ones are here with us. Hey, Tom, thank you for the read. What were you playing? Still playing, Okay, my mind is having a blank. Absolutely. My mind is being blank. Silent Hill 2, yeah. I was like, it's a horror game, I swear! To see you all happy and at peace. Hi, Hell's mom! Maybe they are, which is all the more reason not to cry. I hardly think our friends would come here just to see us blubbering. How far you got into it so far? Still enjoying it? Is your computer still standing the, you know, high definition part? It's going well. I'm going and doing all, like, side quests. Just hit Pyramid Head. I haven't looked at pictures of him. Is he as good as the last? I hardly think our dear friends would come here just to see it blubbering. We had to... Oh. Ouch. Your computer wasn't handling it. And besides, those paper letters will not be flying anywhere if you soak them with tears. Come on now. Chin up. I'm sorry. You're right. He taunted us. Oh, wow. Yeah, you could have better graphics, or, you know, you could burn your computer up. Pick one. In the unfortunate absence of Lord Hien, it falls to me to oversee the celebration. Now let us light the way to the heavens. I'll need to look that up then. Goodness. See your stream if you taunt. I don't remember. I mean, he did have that scene where you're hiding in the closet. Shall we send our lanterns together? Oh, really? Say, because I just remember him, like, hobbling off, not noticing us. But if he keeps eye contact, this is creepy. Who can say what New Dawn will bring for Doma, for all of us? I wonder how much the fanboys will hate just that little detail change. I mean, I shouldn't say much. They're planning on, remaking Final Fantasy IX, and I will absolutely fucking roast it. There you are, Ishnai. I was hoping you'd come by. What do you think of the celebration? In all honesty, I've never seen anything so beautiful. In fact, I would say the ceremony marked a turning point in the history of Doma. Perhaps now we can move on from the tragedies of the past and look into the future. Ishnai, I would like you to have this. Obviously, it's scant repayment for your kindness and generosity, but perhaps it will serve as a memento for everything we've achieved. I've been working on this for 2 months, because you can only do so much every week. The work of the Kudzu will continue, only now the Enclave has a means of supporting itself. We no longer need to rely on donations. It's like James shoots at him through the closet, kind of looks at him, acts dramatically like shooting. His helmet would do something and then walks off. Where once the clouds of dust blew across the splintered woods and piles of debris, now stands thriving businesses, places of learning, and homes where people may grow and prosper. You think you can do something? You have touched the lives of all of us in so many ways. For you to have been an instrument in the restoration of not only our country, but the pride of dignity of the Doman people. Words alone cannot express how much this means to us. However, the Kudzu still have much to do. Our aim is to make the Enclave better than it ever has been. We hope that one day Doma can stand shoulder to shoulder with other great nations of the world. Say, it sounds like he did. It's like, bitch, you think that gun could do anything to me? You need armor, what? Armor-piercing weapons, maybe, sort of. Though, to some degree, we can make the joke that it was, say, the only one that can keep you down is yourself, and you have to kill yourself to some degree. Yeah. Of course, if you wish to make any further contributions, we'd be delighted to accept. James Sunderland, the only one that can keep him down is himself. As always, we'll offer gratitudes for any goods you're willing to provide, and even if you only come to visit, it would be an honor to welcome you again to our not-so-humble home. I don't particularly like it, but thanks. Doma Enclave reconstruction complete! 2 months or so to do this. Owing to your contributions, the reconstruction is now complete. Although there will be no further expansions, you may continue to make donations for the weekly budget. You'll still receive gratuities for the items donated. The rate compared to selling the vendors has been increased. Furthermore, you have access to a wider selection of wares from the yard. No, so it's as expanded. Or I need 5 more. I mean, no, I don't want to scar. I'm smart. I didn't think through this. I do math well, can't you tell? God forbid. Alright, back to torturing myself with the, summoner quest line that I absolutely have not put off and, like, literally was, like, at 52. Already at 67 because I do my healing one because I am a healer at heart. And I do appreciate the raid. If you need to lurk so you can, you know, eat, drink, rest, fun stuff. I don't mind. Ew, early mornings suck. Mainly because I go to sleep in the morning, but, understandable. Ishnai, I have the most fascinating news. Well, good luck with whatever you have to do in the morning. And hopefully you're awake enough for it. Would seem the ruins of the ancient Alaga has yielded us a tome containing unknown secrets of the summoner's arts. The tome in question is currently being kept under Rambro's watchful gaze at a dig site in Mordona. I'll be heading there shortly myself, but would not begrudge you an early peek. Same! I usually go to sleep at 5 a.m. So I feel your pain. I feel your absolute pain. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna real quickly run to different locations that all the scions currently are that I can find. I don't remember where Thancred and Urianger said they were, but Alizé is here. Ishnai, guess what? Just the other day, I tended to a beast terrorizing the station area, and afterwards a family came and thanked me. On another occasion, the soldiers of the First taught me about the medicine they use. It's unlike anything I've seen in Eorzea. It's not all uplifting tales, of course, but every day I'm afforded the opportunity to grow. If only it wasn't so cold all the time. Yeah, understandable. As living in the South, what, snow? Alright, thank you again for the raid. Hope you sleep well with the little amount of time that you have to. I mean, it's not a little amount of time, but usually if I go to sleep too early, I don't sleep well. Ishnai, you came. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you. We've just begun our work here with the contingent and local volunteers. Our foremost priority is establishing the number of survivals and distributing vital supplies. As we continue our efforts, we will ensure that everything is done in consultation with the Garlean people. This is their nation, after all, and theirs must be the hands that steer its course. Say that works. Say sitting there, or like, I don't know, if you play Genshin or Honkai is sitting there on your phone doing it. I didn't expect to see the twins in Garlemald again. Like you, they risked their life and limb to save this world, and some would say they've earned a lifetime of peace and quiet, yet here they are. When they said they wished to help us, they truly meant it, and even if outsiders hadn't given up on us, then how could we possibly give up on ourselves? The road to recovery will be long and hard, but we'll spare no effort. We'll rebuild Garlemald. Still trying to fall asleep. Understandable, absolutely. Sure you aren't my doppelganger at this rate for, you know, morning activities? Rebuild Garlemald into a nation that could all be proud of. For those who are still here as well as those who couldn't be. Anyways, good night, hun! And I think the other ones are in Charlian. While I'm in Charlian, I might as well start the raid quest stuff. No, I'm not putting off the Summoner's quest because I find it boring as heck and also am not interested in being a Summoner. Of course not! They'll say, hey, hang out then! That is hilarious. Crystal from Beyond. No Lopper is gone before. Alright, thanks so much again for the raid. Hope you sleep well. Okay, first is the Crystal from Beyond. Old Charlian. Ninja, thoughts that she was expecting your arrival. Ha, it appears my calculations were correct. I knew at this very spot I would encounter none other than Ishnai, the hero who saw us through the final days. I mean, I am a part of the Bailsun students, to some degree. So certain was of my math that I stood here for. Well, let's not concern us with that. I am Gigi, one of the assistants to one Professor Claudin. We work with the Adiascope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad of mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You have been to the center of the star and far beyond it. However, we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend your well-traveled eye to the Apora. Professor Claudin will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Thinking of that, I need to already use the restroom. Be light back.